Lancers are home Thursday, February 19th, 7 p.m. OurLancers.com.
Oh, this is Harry Carey, live from the Rock Sports Network in beautiful Gates, New York. It's Sports Mumblings, presented by Salvatore's. And now, here's your host, Matt Goldman and John Cargill.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Harry Carey.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
How lucky are we?
I know.
Harry Carey.
That's a celebrity announcer. Oh, my God.
I mean,
wow. Salvatore's.
Salvatore's delicious.
Presented by Salvatore.
Beautiful Gates, New York.
Well, thank you to Harry Carey, and welcome to another exciting episode of Rochester Sports Mumblings.
What a day.
Oh my God, what a sports weekend for you Rochester sports fans out there. So much going on. We had the Lancers playing a pair of games, the Nighthawks a pair of games, the Amerks a pair of games, RAT hockey a pair of games. Everyone busy. The Razor Sharks played today. That was fun, John.
Not only were they busy, but everyone's doing work too.
And everyone is winning.
Yeah,
everyone's winning
they're
pretty
doing
much.
Good.
The Razor Sharks game was fun today. Thank you to the Razor Sharks. They hooked us up with some tickets.
How'd our ad look?
Oh, it looked great. Yeah, we have it. It was they played in the second quarter, which I guess I that's probably when it is every game. So
Did you stand up when they showed it and sort of wave to the?
No, I was just like, oh, that's pretty cool. And I pulled my phone out of my pocket to try to take a snapshot of it. Yeah, I was just too late. They had moved on to like the John Betlam heating and cooling ad or something.
It's just like when your friend's like, "You're on the jumbotron. You're on the jumbotron."
Right,
You're
right.
Looking at
like,
somebody else.
So the Sharks beat Erie 160 to 111 today. So 160
job,
points
Sharks.
for the Sharks, improving to 11-0. They're obviously just rolling. They were supposed to play Lynchburg today, who was 0-9 coming in, and Erie is actually a little bit better. Erie is 3-10. They were the substitute opponent, which happens a lot in this league, ostensibly because of travel issues because of the weather.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, it seems like they could have made it there, yesterday and played, just stay in a hotel. Maybe they were planning on leaving at like 2 a.m. from Virginia. You'd think, anyway, if you're coming from Virginia, you're going to have to stay in a hotel, right?
You'd think. I mean, you'd want to.
I mean, I was actually thinking last night, I'm like, wow, these players from Lynchburg must be really like, wow, this is cold, because it was like -12 last night, but they didn't even make it here. So, that's okay. You know what? It happens once in a while. It's happened twice this year. The other time,
once in a while,
Philadelphia was supposed to play here, and Buffalo 716ers were the substitute opponent. So what it's turning out to be, if you go to a Razor Sharks game, it's pretty much akin to the Harlem Globetrotters versus the Washington Generals every game. And the Washington Generals rotates between the Erie Hurricane and the Buffalo 716ers. So John was laughing so hard for some reason he strained his neck. Anyways, all right, guys, we have a loaded show. I've booked some really cool guests for tonight. Craig Rybczynski, the longtime play-by-play broadcaster for the Nighthawks, is going to tell us about the Nighthawks' huge weekend.
Oh, man.
2 big victories, each by a score of 15-10 over, first, the Buffalo Bandits Saturday night in front of almost 15,000 people at the First Niagara Center, and then the following day, after traveling through a snowstorm, Sunday, they defeated the New England Black Wolves at Mohican Sun Casino
Mohican Sun.
in Connecticut there. So a huge weekend for the Nighthawks. We're going to talk to Craig in a few minutes.
Have you been to the new Mohican Sun?
No. Have you?
No.
I went to the casino, but not the actual.
Yeah. Oh, because I hear it's a beautiful arena.
Okay. So at 6:25, our good friend, the Mohican Warrior, Elliot Fauske, will be joining us. He's going to talk about returning to the Blue Cross Arena, playing at home for the first time this season after recovering from post-concussion syndrome. And we also have some very interesting videos that we're going to ask Elliot about. We're going to play those in a second. 6:40, Drew Larman, former Rochester Americans co-captain and former NHL player. He's a really interesting cat. He retired from hockey at age 25 to become a filmmaker, and he makes spiritual films. which is very interesting to me, and I hope
That
it's
is very
also interesting to the audience, because he decided to quit hockey to do this. So
Following
it'll
his
be
passion.
interesting to
That's
hear his take on that. And then at 7 o'clock, we're going to have a local sports writer, Craig Potter, will be talking to us about the Amerks, Lancers, and the Nighthawks. John, so much to talk about. I think we should start off with a little Lancers talk.
All right, let's do
So the Lancers, I wish Mark was here. He is out
it.
with
He's usually he's our eye in the
Mark
sky, so to
Sotile,
speak.
the goalkeeper for the Lancers. He's out again this week. He's got a little bit of the bug. But what a difference in 2 games, okay?
Oh.
So Friday night, the Lancers travel to Baltimore, okay? And they get shut out for the first time this season, 11-0. And shutouts don't happen very...
No. Especially a team of the Lancers caliber. They're not a bad team either.
Right. Some problems with the Mixler. Oh, there we go. I think that's going to be better. That's going to overmodulate. All right. Kim, thank you for telling us about that. Kim, tell us if this is better or if it's too loud now. Okay. All right. Anyways. So, yeah, 11-0 loss Friday night in Baltimore. They travel back through the snow overnight, and Saturday they defeat Harrisburg 28-10. So, wow. A big victory. It just goes to show you, unfortunately, the parity in
so there's
the
just so much
MASL is an
parity.
issue.
Well, it's similar to
the lack of parity, obviously.
It's similar to the NLL too. I mean, the same thing
No,
happens in the NLL.
it's not at all. It's John. The NLL is so close. Any team can win on any given night. The MASL is more like
True.
the NBA or the PBL. It's like the Razor Sharks are the Baltimore Blast. You know what I mean?
Pretty, yeah. You're right. And I do find it interesting that we did get shut out, and that kind of said I really wish Mark was here because it just makes you wonder, like, what happened? Was it fatigue?
I have a conspiracy theory.
And what is that?
That Doug Miller said, you know what? We're playing 2 nights in a row. Let's take tomorrow's victory. Let's kind of, not lay down, but not put our best effort and troops out. And then the next time we play Baltimore, which will hopefully be in the division finals, then we beat them.
So basically they pulled a Germany versus USA in the World Cup.
Explain.
Well, USA needed the point. Germany really didn't.
Oh, the last World Cup. Okay.
Yeah, so, and we got, it was kind of speculated highly that they didn't put out their best effort against us. And I think you think this may have been what occurred?
It's a theory.
Mm-hmm.
It's a theory. I mean, they have never beaten Baltimore. So, and you're playing 2 nights in a row, you're probably not going to beat Baltimore. So why not really play crappy? And then Baltimore might think, oh, these guys are easy when it comes playoff time.
And Doug Miller's the kind of guy who
He's
he
a
has
smart
something
dude.
up his sleeve. So you may very well be right.
So, but at least they came back to get the victory over Harrisburg. Elliot Fauske returned to the lineup, which is great. We're going to talk to him about that. And 28 points. Good crowd, too. 6,761.
That's not bad.
Lancers continuing to lead the league in attendance.
What do you think about that? Does that surprise you at all?
No.
Yeah, me neither. And I was just thinking about that. I'm like, this is one of those sports where it makes sense to me that Rochester leads the league in attendance. It really
It's
does.
a great soccer city.
Yeah,
I mean,
we really
we've
are.
established that many times, but we really are.
And hopefully the numbers just continue to grow, and it transitions to the outdoor game.
All right. While we're waiting for Craig Rybczynski from the Nighthawks to call in, you like those chocolates?
They're good.
That's
Chocolate-covered
your
almonds.
Valentine's Day gift.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We're gonna find. All right. So Elliot Fauske made his return to the lineup. Okay. On Saturday, and he did a halftime interview with Brooke, the intern from the Rochester Lancers, and It was a very interesting interview. I'll play it for you right now. The Mohican Warrior, ladies
The Mohican
and gentlemen.
Warrior is always interesting.
He is very interesting. We saw him firsthand. He did our live
Oh,
appearance
that was great.
at the Record Archive for Rock Podfest.
Well, I think we're going to go down to the field soon with the person that they hired to replace me, the beautiful Brooke with the Mohican Warrior.
Huge upgrade.
Elliot, awesome first half. How does it feel to finally be back here at the Blue Cross Arena?
Soccer Sammy, it feels amazing to be outside of the Warrior Cave to share the love with everybody on this Valentine's Day. You know it takes a lot for me. The hippies have said make love, not war. I say why not make a lovely war? So on this Valentine's Day, allow me to share with you my favorite love song. In celebration, in the 1800s, during the Civil War, the Northern armies picked themselves up like this. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. He is trampling out the vintage where the grapes of wrath are stored. He has loosed the fateful lightning of his terrible swift sword. His truth is marching.
Look at Brooke.
I'll say, look at Brooke. She's like, what do I do?
What do I do? Should I say something?
Yeah, she's like, what?
She's like, this is my first interview ever.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. It's Valentine's, baby. Kiss somebody.
Thank you, Elliot. We're looking for a great next half from the Rochester Lancers. Back to you, Soccer Sam.
Okay. Well, that was the Warrior.
That is. What do you say? That's the Warrior.
And then he, it went farther than that. And we had a little intel before this actually went down. That
we knew.
Yeah, we knew that the Mohican Warrior was going to do something else, which
Something
was
special.
a dance with the Junior Lancer dancers. And he actually...
It was good.
I mean, this isn't going to really work for radio, but, I mean, I'll play... You just show you a little bit here.
Post it on the Facebook.
Yeah, we can do that. But he's a very good dancer.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the routine looked like they had it down pat.
So, yeah, the Junior Lancer dancer, him and Lancer Louie come out in the middle of all the
With
Junior Lancer
pink,
dancers.
he has pink spandex tights on, mind you.
Now, John, do you notice that top?
Yes, I do.
Where you notice where that was from?
That's from... Yes, I do.
From the Record Archive.
From the beautiful Record Archive.
We were, before the show, on our live show at the Record Archive, we were sitting with Elliot, and he's like, oh my God, that's exquisite.
Yes. He's looking at all these fancy,
right.
at all his fancy attire, and then his eyes just
lit up.
I mean, he immediately went from talking to us to look at all this, and you know, he is from Seattle, and we know things are a little different out there.
Like John and I, we're sitting down, like seriously having a serious discussion, trying to prepare for our performance, right? And he's shopping.
And he wore it to this, and
yeah,
looked pretty good, nice and sparkly, and you know, with the pink spandex, it went well.
And I told him that. Like, I had a feeling when I walked in the Record Archive that he would, like, love that store. And he really did.
It just, when I think of the Warrior Cave, I think of a place that looks like the Record Archive.
Oh, pretty much.
Yeah.
It pretty much is. If you see when it's on his wall.
Yeah.
So
it has that feel to it, like a person from, Seattle would feel at home, and he definitely, just like, it was like looking at a kid in a candy store, just, whoa.
So we'll have to ask Elliot about that. I'm not so sure Craig Rybczynski is going to be calling in after all. Okay. Anyways.
Next time. Because I was really looking forward to hearing from them. I mean,
I was
big
too,
victories.
because they totally just
on the road in Buffalo.
They really just turned their season around in 2
man.
days. They went from last place
let's
in
talk
the East.
about it.
Okay. They went from last place in the East to second place in 2 days.
In 2 days.
2 days. And they went from being the last place in the NLL in goals scored. Okay,
Mhm.
they had scored just 50 goals in the 5 games coming in.
30 goals in 2 nights.
30 goals in 2 nights. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. And it is unbelievable. And the thing is, the New England Black Wolves have come out as a respectable team.
Yes. They're not as. I I mean, Philadelphia wasn't terrible last year, but they weren't great.
Well,
But New England is definitely